let's use my Cricut to label this school t-shirt with this scrap of HTV, my tweezers, and my weeding tool, and my Cricut Easy Press Mini, and my mat. Plus today I'll use my Maker, but you could use any Cricut because this piece of scrap is 12 centimeters by 3.5 centimeters, so it would fit easily on your Cricut Joy mat. Let's get started.
Jumping into Design Space version 9.1, I am going to go to New Project, and I am going to look for a free font. So I'm going to go to the text icon on the left hand side. I'm going to go to the font drop down box up the top. Now I am going to look at the filters over here, and I am going to select free, and it's already selected English for me. Fantastic. And now I'm going to have a look and see what fonts are free. You can also now here choose a writing font if you are using a pen. Today we're using HTV, so I'm going to select, my daughter's name's got lots of little name centers, so this font looks really cute. So if you don't have any middles of letters, then you might not get as much enjoyment out of this font. Whilst ZAHRA, I have 3 over here. So I've got 3 little flowers and they look really cute. So now I'm going to make sure I have sized this correctly. There's a couple of ways you can do that. You can adjust your font size from the font size button up here. You can also go to the More tab, which is up the top, and you can adjust the size to match exactly what you want. So really, based on what I want, I've got plenty of material, but I really don't want it to be much more than 7.5 centimeters. So that looks perfect, and that'll make it 1.5 centimeters wide. So I think that'll be exactly what we need. Now, to make the most of my little piece of material, I can also now make this 7 centimeters on one side. And now I'm going to go to, try again, 7, enter, make sure it goes through. Now I'm going to go right click and duplicate, or Control D on a PC. I'm now going to make one that is a bit smaller, 5 centimeters. And I'm going to pop that on one side, and I think that'll make the most out of the material. We might go more align bottom so that they are at the same alignment at the bottom. Actually, what we can do on this one is I might change my mind, go more align up the top. And I think I can do this again and fit 2 in. So I'm going to line up this Zara, the bottom Zara with the one on the side. So I'm going to align left, and I'm going to make sure that's not bigger than 3 centimeters, which it's not. So that's perfect. And I can actually move that one down now. So I'll be able to slice that straight down there, and I'll be able to get 2 off to the side. Perfect. Now to make that configuration stick, when we go to the mat, I want to select all by holding my mouse down and dragging it across and pressing the attach button over here. I like to work in lighter colors just to make sure you can see the outline and make sure there's no strange cuts that you're not expecting. But that looks great. I'm now going to go ahead and press make. So I'm going to make this on my Cricut Maker, but the process is very similar for your Cricut Joy or Joy Extra. You press make. Now I've got on mat, and I'm just going to confirm. Now on mat, I can actually zoom in, which is sometimes really helpful because I want to see now if the 12 centimeter line is going to be okay. So as long as my material is hitting that 12 centimeter line, that will be fine. I can use the edge of my screen to help me visualize that. There we go. And now you need to make sure your machine is turned on and plugged in before you press continue. Now my machine is turned on. I will press the continue button. So now I need to set my base material. Now it might be in your browse materials in your favorites or most recently used. However, I'm just going to go to browse materials. You can search or you can select a category. I'm definitely using iron on and I'm using everyday iron on. And I'm going to press done. And now it's telling me I need to load my materials. I don't need anything in. Now, if you've got a Cricut Joy Extra or Cricut Joy Extra, you'll only have one clamp. So it'll just tell you what order to load in. We're just doing something simple. So we just need standard blade. And then if you've got a Cricut Joy, you'll now have to do more functions on your screen. But I'm just going to jump over to my machine from here in.
Okay, so I'm going to grab my mat, my brayer, and my piece of material. I've got my mat upside down. I'm going to peel off my cover sheet and carefully place it down. Now I'm going to make sure that my HTV is shiny side down. And I'm just going to pop it in the corner over here. Make sure it's as close to the edge as possible onto the 12cm line, and I'm going to use my brayer to apply. Before I had a brayer, I used to just use my scraper. Worked pretty well most of the time. Next, I need to load my mat, and then press the C button and let the cutting process begin. Now I need to unload and press the unload button. And I will remove my mat and pop it on my desk, ready to weed. Okay, welcome back. So what we're going to do here is I am going to remove my vinyl from the mat. So I'm going to place my cover back on, and I'm going to flip my mat over. And now I am going to lift up my mat carefully, and I am going to remove my vinyl from the mat, keeping the vinyl as flat as I can. And now I can just put my mat back on its cover. It's all ready to go. The rest of the mat didn't touch the table, and it's a nice, easy way to get your vinyl off without curling it. It really works well for cardstock. Okay, so in the next video, actually I'm going to cut this off first. There we go. Now I've got 2 extra name labels because this is school time, so I'm going to be labeling everything. Now I've got my label ready to go, and in the next video I am going to apply to the back of this t-shirt to name it. In the meantime, check out the next video on your screen. Happy crafting!